It's Jonathan, and I'm walking through the woods right now shooting a video, and I wanted to share with you some negative effects that pornography has on your mental health. So, I think one of the worst ways that pornography affects mental health is relationships. If you're a single man or woman, even, or you're in a marriage and you're addicted to pornography, well, that's going to affect your relationship significantly. The problem with pornography is that even if you're a man that's married or dating a beautiful woman, it's going to train your mind to always want something new, to always crave newness. And even if you do have a beautiful wife, eventually, because of porn, you're going to get new. You're going to crave newness and through pornography, and you're going to get bored with her. And it's just so bad. Like, I cannot believe people that they're in their 30s, their 40s, or 50s, even older than that, and they're married or they're dating or even single, and it's like they're still watching porn. It's disgusting, but I know that it's a big problem in our culture. And, even I'm not trying to shame anybody. Like, even a lot of good people out there are addicted to porn because the brain just gets addicted to the dopamine and it's never ending. If you want to love your wife more or love your girlfriend more, then quitting porn is a must. Because when you're watching pornography, a lot of times you have multiple tabs pulled up. And you've got different kinds of women. You've got young women. You've got older women. You've got brunettes. You've got blondes. So you're training your brain to... It gets to the point with pornography, like if you watch the same girl in a video, you even get bored with her. And then you have to have 3 different tabs pulled up or more and see all these different women. And you crave that newness and excitement. That is the porn trap. So if you want to improve your relationships, quitting porn is a must. Let's see. What's another one? Yes, dopamine addiction, dopamine. So this is like related to productivity and mental health. So pornography is very much like a drug, and I believe it affects the same part of the brain that like these hard drugs like cocaine or meth effect. So it's the same kind of chemical addiction, and whenever your dopamine goes to a very, very high level and it gets used to being there, which you achieve through heroin, meth, cocaine, or pornography, and even social media addiction. And when you get, every time you watch a porn video and you're masturbating or whatever, like you're just really trying to get your dopamine at a high, and once it's here, then you get used to that, and then you have to watch even more videos, and the next thing you know, like you could be in the trap of watching porn for several hours per day. And I would venture to say that that's a very big problem in our society, and we probably have men, young men, older men, middle-aged men, all addicted to porn, and it's just a really big problem. If you have goals and aspirations in your life, let me tell you, pornography, it is going to rob you of your time. It robs you of your energy. It robs you of your focus. If you want to be a high-octane human being that has high levels of focus and concentration, then you need to, quitting porn is a must. Like, it's just, watching porn, think about it, like, even if you watch porn, let's say it's not super, super bad, you watch it like 30 minutes a day, well, that 30 minutes, sorry, I think there's a bug on me. So, even if you watch it for 30 minutes a day, or hopefully not, but even if you watch it for 2 hours, 3 hours a day, you're going to be, whenever you're sitting in a chair and you're trying to focus, or even if you're at work, you're going to be having these compulsive sexual thoughts that porn is giving you. And porn gives your brain all the raw material that it needs to create these new fantasies about women. And another thing is like, just, it sounds cheesy, but morals, like, you know, it makes you less of a good person because, you know, a lot of people, they get into these very dark, creepy porn niches, maybe that's not the right word. These just different kinds of women and stuff, different scenarios, and a lot of stuff is like rape, and it's just really, really bad things. And you could be a good person that is addicted to porn. I know that. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but if you want to be a better person, like, porn is not helping you be a better person. It is not helping you to become the best version of yourself. And I think we live in a culture where everything is just over-sexualized. Like, I see this with a lot of Americans and other Western countries, is that Hollywood and all these different movies, TV shows, even a lot of the movies and stuff, like a lot of the scenes that we are seeing in like movies that you see in the theaters, I believe that we are numb to a lot of sexual content in movies because of porn addiction, and we get numb to it. And it's a big problem in our society, is that everything, ads, like everywhere you go, just everything is over sexualized. And when you go to like tribal societies around the world, or you go to places that are more laid back, you know, you go to a lot of Asian countries and the Middle East, like a lot of these countries don't have an over-sexualized culture. And it's a big problem in our society that everything is over-sexualized. And even if you don't watch porn, we still get so much sexual content from the internet. And even if you don't watch porn like me, like, I'm still bombarded with things, even when I'm shopping online, like whatever I look up, you know, I'm bombarded with these advertisements and everything, and just like everywhere this stuff is coming towards me. And yeah, let's move away from that. Let's become a movement of people that are like, you know what, sex isn't a bad thing, but there's no need to over-sexualize everything. Like this guy, Sadhguru, the Indian philosopher or whatever, he says that the problem with a lot of over-sexualized culture is that we put so much emphasis on one body part. Like, you know, I'm not denying that sex is important, but we put so much emphasis, our culture, on one body part, just one small body part on the body. And yeah, that's it. Is there anything else I want to share? I felt like there was something else. I can't remember what I was going to say. Sorry, guys. So I really wanted to create a few videos, you know, pornography addiction. That's something at one point in my life, years and years ago, that I used to struggle with. And I mean, I used to cry about it. I'm like, gosh, I don't know if I'm ever going to overcome this. But when I finally overcome it, like when I finally overcame it years ago, I felt so powerful in my life. My self-esteem went up. You know, I felt so proud of myself. My confidence went up. And it was just one of the best decisions I've ever made. And when you have the discipline, the willpower, or just the mindset to be able to overcome one of the most difficult addictions, which is like a hard drug, which is pornography, then you just feel freaking amazing. And one last thing is, I remember what I was going to say now, is that there's nothing wrong with having sexual thoughts. There's nothing wrong with having a sex drive. And that's one of the things about pornography that's so bad, is that it takes a normal, healthy thing in your life and it corrupts it, and it takes sex and it turns it into just a very negative thing, and it puts a negative spin on it. And if you're in a marriage or have a girlfriend or whatever, it takes, you know, it takes sex and it just corrupts it. It makes it, whatever your sex life is, it's not good enough, because all these people in the porn videos are experiencing all these different things. And then because of your dopamine addiction from porn, you're trying to live through them. And it just, like, you know, I've met like old perverts and stuff, like you guys probably know what I'm talking about. And they're older men that have never overcome their addiction to sex, and they're just saying gross things. And they're still, man, you know, if you struggle with your porn addiction, please don't be an old creep that's 60 years old and like you're still watching nasty porn. That was one of the things that helped me to overcome my porn addiction. I tried to overcome it many times, but when I realized that I saw this picture of myself as an older man with a family, and I'm just going into the bedroom or the bathroom watching porn, I was so grossed out with that. For some reason, like this mental picture made me cry, and I became so fearful of what it would be like to be a porn addict in my 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm like, yo, screw that. Screw that. I'm going to overcome this today. Not tomorrow, not next week. I'm going to overcome this today. And I couldn't believe it. I tried so many times to quit porn, and so many times I broke down in tears, and the sexual thoughts would start to come, and I just would have the impulse to watch porn. But this day that it happened, I suppose by the grace of God, I was able to overcome my porn addiction. Didn't even have a relapse or anything. And man, I just felt so amazing. And when you free yourself from porn, you experience more emotional freedom, physical freedom. You become a better person. Doesn't fix all the problems in your life. You may still struggle with, you know, lustful thoughts or whatever it is that you're struggling with, but you move that much further towards the person that you need to become. So guys, I hope that this helps you. You could even be a woman. I think most of this audience is men, but it could be some women too. If you struggle with porn addiction, please let me know if this video helps you. Are there any tips that you have learned to overcome porn addiction? And I would like to shoot, you know, a few more videos about how to overcome porn and some tips that I have, like meditation and whatnot, becoming the observer of your thoughts and feelings. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. Please hit a like if you like this video. Leave a comment below to let me know if this was useful, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.